Welcome to Starting Line, a look at select bills introduced during the 90th legislative session. The Americans with Disabilities Act defines a service animal as a dog that is individually trained to do work or perform tasks for a person with a disability. But how do you prevent someone trying to obtain the same rights and privileges of those that really need the help from misrepresenting a regular animal with a service animal? This week on Starting Line, we learn about House File 2815, a bill sponsored by Representative Steve Green that attempts to crack down on those who knowingly represent fake service animals. We talked with Representative Green to find out why he sponsors this bill.
House File 2815 will attempt to get at a problem that was brought to my attention by a constituent, whereas people are misrepresenting their pets as service animals, and it's become, in some cases, a danger to a real service animal, which is many times trained and essential for the well-being, not just physical, but sometimes mental, of certain people.
And can you tell us about how you learned about this issue? We were talking a little bit beforehand.
I was brought this issue by a constituent who had lost her service dog. Was legally in a place and with her service animal, which she needed, and it was attacked by a dog who was not trained and not a real service animal, was portrayed as one so that it could come into the establishment where she was. And as a result of the injuries to her dog, it had to be put down, and it was very emotional for her, and so she brought this forward, and I started looking into it, and it took a while to get all the information, but here we sit. So,
how under this proposed legislation would a peace officer be able to find out if the animal in question is a service animal?
Well, the problem that will arise is that we are going to follow the federal rules. You can't necessarily go and require someone to show you documentation. But we are going to try to get at the fact that you can go online now and buy collars or vests that say they're a service animal and just put them on your dog. And so what this will do is it'll put penalties in for people that misuse this. And so hopefully it won't come to this, but for instance, should another incident happen, or should someone be challenged for bringing their dog where it doesn't belong and an incident occurs, then there will be penalties involved in that. And I'm hoping that just the mere fact that there is a penalty will prevent this from happening in the future.
I know it's early in session, but have you had a chance to reach out to anybody on the other side of the aisle about this bill?
Not necessarily right now. I've had a few people contact me and want to discuss the bill, but we just got here today. So, but I will be talking to as many people as I possibly can on this bill. It's an important bill. It's what I like to call a no-brainer. So I think it'll go pretty good.
Representative Green's bill has been referred to the House Civil Law and Data Practices Policy Committee, where it awaits action. If you'd like to follow the progress of House File 2815 or any bill that's introduced in the legislature, you can do so by visiting the House website, www.house.mn. Thanks for watching The Starting Line.